kill you, bro. You crazy? Oh, the fuck they get playing with? I don't play no motherfucking games. I fuck you up, motherfucker. I fuck you up. I play no motherfucking games. Hey! Showtime. In that order.
In a sport where egos collide harder than gloves, the unthinkable just unfolded. Again, this wasn't merely a press conference. All eyes were on Gervonta, Tank Davis, and Lamont Roach Jr., two names tied together in one of boxing's most heated rematches. But just as the room was simmering with tension, Floyd Mayweather, yes, the same Floyd who once called Tank his protege, stormed the stage and made it crystal clear he's done watching from the sidelines. No one expected it to reach this level. No one believed Floyd would actually get physical, but there he was, charging across the platform like he was still undefeated, still the king, still the boss. And Tank, he didn't retreat. He stepped up, ready for battle. Backstage beef now spilling over on stage, right in front of cameras, fans, and the entire world. This wasn't a fight about titles anymore. It was personal. It was deep, and it had been brewing for years. Let's rewind. Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach 2 was already a huge event. Their first fight ended in controversy, a draw that many fans felt should have gone to Roach, a ninth-round knockdown that wasn't counted, a performance from Roach that stunned the world. And Tank, he looked off, unfocused, distracted.
Tank did that, so I know the got in his eye, but they should have countered it. They would have countered it, it would have went to Lamont Roach. What I didn't like about Tank, he was gassing up Lamont Roach way too much, and he was already talking about like retiring.
He got a little distracted, didn't he, in the fight?
That wasn't the same Gervonta Davis we're really used to seeing.
It just lets you know how corrupt like these governing bodies are, bro. If that dude took a knee, not only did he take a knee, he's like, hold on real quick. Let me get this out of my eye. How is that not a point? Like,
you know, funny thing, bro, that's why I cut my braids off. I had braids, and I had the same thing. I went through the same when I fought Andre. That shit burning my eyes, so I cut that.
That night was supposed to be another simple check mark on his unbeaten record. Instead, it revealed cracks in the foundation.
Lamont, it was like he was there, but he wasn't like there for. Like when you watch all the other fights, you can see like his eyes just look different. When he walked into the ring with Lamont, it was just like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, because you heard in the press conference, he was just saying he was just real irritated. He didn't really seem like
he just felt like I think he just trained just to get by. I think he trained to just do 12 rounds. You know what I mean? The Tink that I know, the kid that you punch him in the face, he go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if I'm down on the scorecards, I'm gonna go out and go get it. I didn't see it that fight. And I understand too, when us as fighters, when you get to a certain point in life, sometimes you just don't want to do it.
Since then, the rematch has loomed like a storm cloud. Roach has been riding high, calling for respect, demanding recognition.
Shit, he better. he better take me serious, but I don't think so. I think they training. I think they're training as hard as they can. You know, I think they trying to put a little mastermind squad together to coach for this fight, and you know, it's gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna tell you like this: we're preparing for the best Gervonta Davis that's gonna be, you know, that everyone's ever seen. That's what we're preparing for. We're not preparing for a guy who might not be focused. We're not preparing for a guy who might be lazy or anything like that. We're preparing.
Since then, the rematch has hovered like a storm cloud. Roach has been riding momentum, calling for respect, demanding acknowledgement.
Tank Davis, Lamont Roach. I think we need to start with that one.
Yeah.
What transpired in that fight was astounding, because you have to remember Tank Davis was a 16-1 favorite going into this fight. Lamont Roach, while a WBA champion, was moving up from 130 pounds, and no one thought he had a chance. And the general demeanor of Tank Davis going into this fight was like, hey man, I'm kind of done with this. I got 3 fights left. I'm going to be done by the end of 2025. I don't really like this sport anymore. Kids, don't do this. Go into soccer.
Tank, on the other hand, has been everywhere, caught in legal issues, trading shots online, managing a chaotic schedule, and locking in a wild exhibition fight against Jake Paul. That has nothing to do with belts and everything to do with cash.
And he was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, "You'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter." Years later, he was working with some people from our team because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi-millionaire.
But in the middle of all this chaos, one name keeps resurfacing. Floyd Mayweather. Floyd and Tank's beef has become boxing legend. They started off close. Floyd built Tank. He gave him the platform, the spotlight, the blueprint.
When I say certain things, they say, oh, he's hating. There's no different from when I talked about the thing with Gervonta, for instance. When I said that I need all fighters. I said I need all the young fighters that's making money in the sport of boxing. What I need you guys to do is do this. Brother, it's Chrome Heart, Gucci, Louis, Mercedes. We need to take our money and invest in real estate so that we can live that same great life when our careers are over. So I guess that he took it as, I guess he's the only one that wears Chrome Heart. He's the only one that wears Gucci. He's the only one that wears Louis Vuitton. He's the only one that drives a Mercedes. And last time I checked, we got fighters all around the world that wear top flight clothes that make good money.
Tank was the future of Mayweather. Promotions until he wasn't. Ego, money, control, it all turned messy. Tank wanted freedom. Floyd didn't like that. And the split got ugly. What made it even uglier is who Floyd turned to next. Lamont Roach Jr.
I didn't have to have 70 fights, or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
Roach wasn't just a rising contender. He became the face of Floyd's quiet revenge. The one boxer Floyd began publicly praising, working with, mentoring, and now promoting. It was a move that said everything without saying anything. If Tank wanted out, Floyd would make sure the man who replaces him is the one who defeats him. And when Floyd walked onto that stage during the press conference, he wasn't there to clap. Politely, he came to send a message.
They're being thrown. There's no room for this in the sport. There's no room for Davis brothers to be in the building tonight. The police...
For a split second, it looked like Floyd was just going to pose with Roach and leave. But no, he walked straight toward Tank. No smile, no handshake, just intensity. Tank shifted his stance. Forward, shoulders squared. The two were face to face. And then it happened. Not a slap, not a shove, but a sharp shoulder bump. Subtle, aggressive, deliberate. A physical message. The crowd gasped. Security stepped in, but the damage was done. The photo was snapped. The headlines were written. Floyd Mayweather, the boxing legend, had just turned a press conference into a battlefield. And here's the crazy part. It didn't feel random. This looked intentional, calculated. Mayweather's way of making sure this wasn't just Tank versus Roach. This was Floyd versus Tank round 2.
Oh, nice double left hook by Roach to the body and then to the head. Right there it is. Oof. And Davis just got backed up with a counter right from Roach.
That's a big moment in
Load with the left. Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaned with right.
He took a knee.
He took a knee. What is he doing?
He forgot his...
Nice combination from Roach. Oh, another right hand, another right, left by Roach. Nice combination. Got just over around 11 as well.
Maybe him getting popped.
Davis fighting on even terms here in the 11th. Both of them have landed.
Has to keep doing that. Roach said the familiarity, knows his weaknesses. It's one thing to say it.
The decision is a majority draw.
For Tank, this was insult stacked on injury. The man who shaped him was now hyping up the fighter trying to break him. And to make matters worse, Tank's credibility is already hanging by a zit. His last fight with Roach didn't go smoothly.
I'm here with Lamont Roach. We're here at Fanatics Fest. What's going on with you, champ? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Feeling great.
I know you got that fight coming up. The rumors is out sometime August, September. Are you currently in training camp right now?
I actually leave out for camp next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
How you feeling going into the rematch, champ?
Like a champ, like I'm supposed to. I've been in the gym. I've been ready. Time to ramp it up, kick it in gear, and get right to work.
I'm gonna ask you a quick question about the fight. The first fight with Tank. What did you see in that fight that can help you propel into the next fight?
I saw all I needed to see in that first fight. Trust me. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. Obviously, I didn't do enough to win, so I'm gonna make sure we do more.
The draw was controversial. He looked flat. He barely escaped with his 0. And now Floyd's involvement makes the rematch far more than just a redo. It's a humiliation trap.
The hardest punch I ever faced. No. And I ain't shitting on him or nothing like that. He can punch. But Jonathan Okendo, he's from Puerto Rico. Bro, he got bricks in his hand, bro. I lie to you not. He punch hard. I ain't gonna lie.
This isn't just another title defense. This is about pride, about legacy, and about who truly runs boxing's next generation.
Floyd left Bob Arum. It's not good for, it's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not gonna elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just gonna say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go and be his own boss.
Because let's be honest, Floyd still wants to control the narrative. He wants to prove that even without lacing up gloves, he's still the sharpest man in the room. If Roach wins, it validates everything Floyd's been doing. If Tank falls, it erases all that star-making hype Floyd helped create.
You know something funny? When we was talking in like the 12th round, I think the 12th or 11th, we was talking right? But he like, you ain't gonna win. I said, why not? What you talking about? He like, they ain't gonna give it to you. I said, oh, is that right? So, that's how boxing work. It's sad to say, that's how boxing work. I'm not like totally upset. I figured with a superstar, you won't get too much on paper. But I damn sure thought I had it. Especially when they announced the score for him. I was like, oh, they gonna give me a split decision win. I was like, oh yeah. I said, oh, here it comes. But as soon as I heard that 114, I was just like, damn, all right, it's over with. So yeah, man, it's just crazy. I ain't gonna lie. It's okay. We gonna run it back.
And guess what? The odds are shifting. Roach looked.
Well, I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it would lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me, Wes, so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more
Rematch isn't about titles anymore. About legacy. Tank's entire aura is on the line. If he loses, it confirms the doubts. The people calling him overhyped, the critics saying he peaked too early. And with Floyd in Roach's corner, the whole thing turns poetic. A full circle moment with a dagger. Twist.
Lamont is signed and ready to go for the rematch, correct?
Y'all, Tank plays so many head games, it's not even funny. Let me tell you something, bro. Lamont Roach has never been this big of a fighter before. Everyone knows Lamont Roach now. So he could be reaping the benefits of just enjoying his status of having that draw with Tank, while Tank is the one with the eye of the tiger. Tank is probably in the gym training his ass off, and then sign the contract like, all right, we got to fight when? June. Oh, shit! Let's hurry up and dash your ass. Sugar Ray Leonard did that to Roberto Duran. Duran was told that he had a fight in a couple weeks, and he was like, dude, I'm 190 pounds in Panama, which is why Roberto Duran was out of shape in the No Mas fight and was like, no mas. So Tank could be over there working, sign the contract in 3 weeks, and all of a sudden Lamont Roach got to put a trainer.
But maybe that's why Tank reacted. Maybe that's why the press conference turned into a wrestling scene. The pressure is overwhelming. His own legacy is crumbling in slow motion. And Floyd, he's not easing up. He's pushing every button. Tank needs to dominate. But here's the reality. Roach has no plans of losing. He knows how close the first fight was. He knows the crowd supported him. He studied Tank's tendencies, footwork, and openings. And now he's got Floyd backing him. This isn't a rematch. It's a full-scale power shift waiting to unfold.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm assured.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
I ain't worried about
the Roach drama. Even Shakur Stevenson weighed in, and not just as a spectator. Shakur openly said, Tank shouldn't even bother stepping in the ring with Roach again after what just happened. But here's the twist. Shakur is not just protecting Tank. He's making a move of his own. Word is, Shakur's already in talks to line up a fight with Roach himself.